Episode 15 of Dragon Ball. Daima begins with a tense moment as the menacing leader Goma finds himself shaken to the core. His expression betrays pure fear, for he envisions his own death unfolding before him. Desperate, he commands his massive army to attack Goku and his companions without hesitation. His troops obey instantly, launching a relentless assault. The sheer number of enemies overwhelms even Goku and Vegeta. While the two Saiyans, along with Piccolo, remain largely unfazed by the onslaught, the others, especially Bulma, find themselves in grave danger. Faced with no other option, Bulma and the rest hide behind massive rocks, trying to stay out of harm's way. Goku can't help but voice his frustration, accusing Goma's army of cheating by using guns. Despite their complaints, the group splits up, each taking cover behind boulders while fending off the relentless attack. The chaos escalates when, amidst the barrage, Goku takes a direct hit. His nervous system temporarily shuts down, leaving him struggling to regain control of his body. If even Goku could be incapacitated like this, the others would likely face far worse consequences. Anger wells up inside Goku, and summoning his strength, he retaliates. Grabbing his power pole, he takes down an enemy ship with a single strike. However, Goku quickly realizes the futility of his actions. For every ship he destroys, more arrive to take its place. Understanding their predicament, Piccolo proposes an idea. Instead of fighting the army head-on, they should focus on attacking one enemy at a time. Vegeta scoffs at the suggestion, his pride wounded at the thought of such a strategy. Declaring that Saiyans are unaffected by mere laser guns, Vegeta insists he can handle the army on his own. True to his word, Vegeta charges into battle, methodically taking down enemy soldiers and ships with ruthless efficiency. Unlike Goku, who shows mercy even to his enemies, Vegeta fights with no reservations, making quick work of countless opponents. Despite Vegeta's impressive strength, even he cannot escape unscathed. Hits from the relentless barrage begin to take their toll. Still recovering from his previous battle with Tamagami No. 2, Vegeta's body struggles to endure. He reluctantly calls out to Goku, asking if he still has one of the healing pills from earlier. Swallowing his pride, Vegeta takes the pill, restoring his strength and enabling him to rejoin the fight. Meanwhile, Goma watches the battle unfold from his command center, beginning to feel confident that his massive army will prevail. Observing each of his enemies on the screen, Goma pays special attention to High Bees, a seemingly insignificant member of Goku's group. His interest is piqued when he notices an artifact on High Bees' belt, a shining object that Goma identifies as the third evil eye. Goma's shock is evident as he recalls the artifact's significance. It was believed lost long ago, a treasure of unimaginable power. Goma shares his discovery with his subordinate Dekasu, who is equally stunned. How could such a powerful artifact end up in the hands of someone like High Bees? Dekasu initially doubts Goma's claim, suggesting that the object might simply resemble the third evil eye. Goma, however, remains certain, remembering its distinct appearance from the time it adorned the forehead of the demon king Abura. His determination solidifies. He must obtain the artifact at any cost. Ignoring Dekasu's reservations, Goma commands him to retrieve the eye, no matter the risk. The episode takes a detour to explain the history of the third evil eye. Passed down through generations of demon kings, the eye grants its bearer unparalleled power. The last known possessor of the eye was Demon King Abura, but it was stolen under mysterious circumstances. The culprit, as it turns out, was none other than Dabura, who hired a thief to infiltrate Abura's palace and steal the eye. Although the thief succeeded, he was soon struck down by a kraken, and the eye was lost in the wilderness of the third demon world. Dabura's plan had been to deprive Abura of his power, making him vulnerable. With the eye gone, Dabura overthrew Abura and became the supreme demon king. However, Dabura's reign was short-lived, as he was eventually killed by Majin Buu. Goma ascended to power after Dabura's demise, but the third evil eye remained lost, until now. Unaware of the artifact's true nature, High Bees had discovered it while hunting and decided to wear it as a decorative piece on his belt. Back at the battlefield, Goku, Vegeta, and their allies finally managed to drive away Goma's army. However, their relief is short-lived. As they approach Goma's palace, the group is ambushed by another wave of enemies. The security near the palace is significantly tighter, with forces swarming the area. Recognizing the futility of fighting in their current state, the group retreats to regroup. Inside the palace, Goma continues plotting. Dekasu expresses doubt about the artifact's authenticity, but Goma silences him, reiterating his belief that the third evil eye holds the key to defeating Goku and his friends. Goma's sinister smile reveals his confidence. If the eye comes into his possession, victory will be within his grasp. Outside, Goku's group contemplates their next move. Frustrated by their current limitations, Goku grows increasingly impatient. He craves a real fight, but is disappointed by the enemy's reliance on weapons rather than physical combat. Turning to Neva, Goku asks if he can create another energy shield like before. Neva declines, explaining that his advanced age has left him with little energy. His only purpose now is to help the group summon the dragon for their wish, as they lack the necessary knowledge of the ancient language. As tensions rise, High Bees finds himself approached by a mysterious woman who compliments his belt. She offers to trade him her hat for the belt, but High Bees dismisses the offer, insisting that the belt is his favorite possession. Despite her insistence, High Bees remains steadfast. The exchange ends with High Bees casually taking the hat and handing over the belt, leaving the woman both insulted and confused. Back on the battlefield, Piccolo proposes a bold plan to distract the enemy by drawing their fire. His ability to regenerate makes him the ideal candidate for such a risky maneuver. Goku agrees, reasoning that depleting the enemy's ammunition would give them an advantage. However, Neva warns against the plan, pointing out that even Piccolo's regenerative abilities have limits. The scene shifts to Aris's palace, where Meijin and Majinku remain asleep. Aris continues to manipulate events from behind the scenes, her ambitions of becoming the supreme demon queen drawing closer to fruition. Back at Goma's palace, Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo decide to go on the offensive. Frustrated by their lack of progress, they launch an all-out assault, determined to break through the enemy's defenses. The ensuing battle showcases the trio's incredible strength as they single-handedly decimate waves of enemies. However, their momentum is halted when 3 massive tanks roll onto the battlefield. Each tank is powerful enough to incapacitate them with a single hit. Goku takes a direct hit, leaving him barely able to stand. Just as all hope seems lost, a sudden explosion destroys the tanks. The group looks to the sky to see King Kadan, Panji's father, arriving with reinforcements. His arrival reinvigorates the group, and together, they mount a counterattack. King Kadan and his team prove to be formidable allies, taking out enemy forces with ease. The reunion between Panji and her father adds an emotional touch, highlighting the stakes of their mission. The episode concludes with Goku tapping into his Super Saiyan powers, turning the tide of the battle. Despite their overwhelming numbers, Goma's forces are ultimately defeated. Watching from his command center, Goma is visibly shaken. Dakasu reassures him that the special forces remain their last line of defense. However, even Dakasu seems to doubt their chances against Goku and his friends. As the first demon world burns in the aftermath of the battle, Goku and his allies stand victorious. They thank King Kadan for his timely intervention, acknowledging that they might not have survived without his help. Yet the group's journey is far from over. The special forces still await them, and the mystery of the third evil eye looms large. The episode ends on a suspenseful note, teasing the challenges that lie ahead in the next installment.